Welcome to Weebs Top 10 Watch Club of Komi Can't Communicate, Episode 4. Spoilers ahead. I'm Scott.
I'm Jonah.
Woo. What do you think of this episode? I liked it a lot.
Pretty creepy.
Yeah, very.
But overall, pretty good. I wasn't quite sure if this was to be added to the bunch, but yeah, a lot of roller coaster of emotions.
Yeah, especially so soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we'll talk about the ending in a second, but yeah, so the main character gets kidnapped by that one bitch that whispers into his ear, and it was funny. I kind of forgot they got kidnapped because they happened right at the beginning, and then they're like, "Oh, he didn't show up today." I was like, "Why didn't he show up today?" And then it showed him in a chair, and I was like, "Was he sick?" And then it showed the rest of him. I was like, "Oh yeah, he was captured, wasn't he?"
Yeah. And then for one thing I thought was weird at the beginning is they just show like Komi and some other chick just have a battle that Komi wasn't even aware of.
Oh yeah, that was pretty hilarious. Where she's like, "You won't defeat me on the physical stuff this time," and then at the end, she like justified everything. And I like that one that she was like, "Surely there's a country that likes short legs. There has to be."
Yeah, and she just walks off with like the classic like thumb up.
Yeah,
like you win.
It's a tie this time.
Yeah, and I thought she was going to be the main focus, but no, that was it. I think that was it for the whole episode.
It was. Yeah, I definitely thought that she'd come more into play, but nope.
Yeah.
And then she started being Komi's friend by talking to her because she realized the childhood friend was there. And I like how when she pulled the childhood friend over, it's like, "What's the relationship between you two?" He was like, "You're acting different." Like, it's like,
this ain't right.
Yeah. And then she invited them over, or the childhood friend purposely asked to go over. I think he suspected something.
Yeah.
And then they went over, and oh man, that was so funny. She was taking down the pictures and she's like, "Do you prefer the sea or the mountains?"
Yeah.
He was like, "Mountains." And she's like, "Okay, I'll put you in here." And she's like, "Don't say anything." She's like, "If you say anything, actually, you just won't say anything, will you?" Oh man. And then they finally discovered him, and then she went full yandere. But then Komi was like, "I'll choose my own friends." And I thought it was hilarious. They left, and I was like, I didn't see the guy go. I didn't see the childhood friend go. What happened to her? And and then it cuts to her on the ground being like, "No, I messed up." And the childhood friend just being on the wall, like,
yeah.
"Oh no, what do I do?" Oh man, I love that. And then Komi was like, "Hey, maybe I should be friends with you. I'm sorry. Like, it was my fault that bad things happened to you." And then he's like, "I can choose my friends," saying her same line back to her, which she loved. And then he got embarrassed. And then the psycho girl apologized, and now she's Komi's friend. And I kind of wish she didn't immediately become Komi's friend personally, but hopefully we can trust her. But I like how even the show was like, she's a yandere.
Yeah, pretty hardcore.
Yeah, when the show was like, she's a yandere, I was like, you don't say.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I like her, mostly out of fear. And I think both of my favorite scenes from this episode were probably about her. My first one was like when she was following Komi and like a piece of Komi's hair falls off and like she's eating it.
Yeah, she's like licking it. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, I was like, ooh, that's a special type of crazy.
Yeah, she scared me.
And then the second one is when I think you said it earlier when they were talking to the childhood friend, like, "What's your relationship with Komi?" And she's like, and they're like, "We're just friends." And she's like, "Fuck."
Yeah, she actually said "fuck." Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, "Oh, I was not expecting her to say fuck."
Me neither. Yeah, and she got some crazy faces too.
Yeah.
Oh man, she got some crazy faces. Yeah, those were probably some of my favorite scenes. Just her faces were probably my favorite part of this episode. But she's scary.
Yeah. So do you think by the end of this, it's just all about her getting a harem?
Basically. Well, I know. So honestly, I think if you told me how the manga, or if you were like, how does the manga end, or like the anime, Komi and that dude are going to get together, right? But I think how they'll show that is there's going to just be a flash to the future of her saying like his name and being like, what do you want for dinner? And then like them in a household with like a kid.
Yeah.
But her talking just fine to him.
Yeah.
But I wonder how that's going to go over with the yandere, because she was like, if you touch her, I'll kill you.
Yeah. I'm curious to see with like how much like new additions she gets, if they all end up like being in every episode, or if like they're all like separated or something like that. I kind of hope they're all in there. So far, I think everyone they've introduced, they've been in the next episode at least a little bit.
At least a little bit. Yeah, the dog girl showed up right at first to be like, do you need anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I'm guessing they're gonna mingle more than like Jahi, for example, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got any other thoughts?
No, really good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching this.
Probably one of my favorite like yandere girls of anime.
Yeah. I mean, might be out of fear again, but yeah.
I mean, who doesn't like a good fear boner?
Right. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm actually a little partial to yanderes, not in real life. I like, that is definitely a 2D thing that I'm kind of like, man, I kind of like it. I like crazy girls in real life, but I got to watch it. But like yanderes, in the safeness of 2D, I'm like, man, why do I kind of like this? But
I mean, 2D is fine, but 3D, there's a special rule that says never stick your dick in crazy.
Yeah, that's a rule I follow. So, but yeah, who doesn't like a good yandere every once in a while?
Right. If anything, it's like a bodyguard with benefits.
That's what I think, right? That's what I'm saying. You just gotta get one that like will believe you if you're like, hey, she's just a friend.
Yeah.
But you better not be giving that other girl special attention, or she's dead. She's dead.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword. I mean,
my favorite kind of swords.
Yeah, you get the protection, but if you fuck up, you might lose someone you like.
Yeah, so it's just a fun little game.
Yeah.
All right. What do you guys think? Do you like the yandere? Do you like the new friend? Who do you think the next friend will be? Leave your comments down below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Goodbye.